We're going to move on to the second topic that I want to present today, which is success. And success being you falling in line with nature. Basically, if you can get yourself, we did me, myself, and I, and self being the highest aspect of the three, highest priority. If you can keep yourself and then trickle it all down to me, all in nature, all aligned with nature, that's success. That's the premise today. So what I want to start with here is we're going to take it from the top and just consider the source, right? And from the source, that source area is real complex, and I don't even want to act like, you know, I would say what I would lend is the source is where everything and nothing kind of like interact in that divine way that like we just can't know. The source know that. You know what I'm saying? So, but from the source comes all. You know what I'm saying? From the source comes all the, you know, create everything that is created from the source is considered it all, right? And then the source kind of has its nature, and then the all, everything created has nature, you know, has its nature, and that their nature aligns up with the source, right? So coming down to us, you know what I'm saying, coming down to us being part of the all, nature is about the best way to detect the highest quality of all, the highest quality, you know, coming from the source. So taking it from there, let's just jump right into it. To me, the best way I can explain and the best way I understand nature as far as how we live and as far as bringing it down to success and how we live successful lives. All right, we're just going to start from the concept that in the truest nature and the truest rawest form of nature, man can pick fruit from a tree just like the animals do, basically. You know what I'm saying? We can pick fruit from the tree freely. You do not have to really, you don't have to, if you're thinking in the raw nature, you don't have to go work for nobody to be able to pick fruit from the tree. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to give up. We just leave it there. You don't have to be subservient to anyone. You don't have to give of yourself to anyone to just be able to take from nature freely. You can pick fruit from the tree. That's all within the, you know, design of nature. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start from there, and then we're just gonna branch off into two areas. The first area I'm gonna branch off is all right. You can pick fruit from the tree, and then as we evolve, you know, you get your community, you get your family, your crew, your community, and the community works together under that same spirit where you can pick fruit from the tree, but you kind of work together under that spirit where basically it allows for, like the Three Musketeers would say, all for one and one for all. You know what I'm saying? That's that spirit where you can freely pick fruit from the tree and, you know, serve the community. And that one for all and all for one, that is success. When you can take yourself as an individual and live it to your highest self, you put yourself in a position where you actually are serving the all. You're serving the nature. You're in line with the source. And that's successful. That's successful. You can add what you want to it, but to me, that's the premise, the basis of success. All for one. You know what I'm saying? You align yourself up to the nature of the all, and that energy aligns up and serves you as well as one, because you aligned up with it. And those are the conditions to which provides the best potential for success for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Serving nature, serving the all. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the source. I just want to keep everything so you know we lined up. Now, we're going to flip to the other side, to kind of like the situation we're in now, where it's like, who was the dude that was like, yo, I'm going to scoop up all the fruit. I'm going to scoop up all the fruits. You know what I'm saying? And how it's done here is it's the gun. You under the gun, really. You know what I'm saying? I got all the fruit and try to get your fruit back. Here go the gun, basically on you, right? So, who was the dude that did that? Who was the female that did that? I would think it had to be a group of persons. One person kind of convinced a group of persons, because one person come up to the, you know, the whole community, like, I'm taking all the fruit, I think the community is going to thrash him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it had to be kind of like a gradual thing, You know what I'm saying? It had to be, get to a point where enough people kind of fell to the seduction of serving their lower self, you know, chopping off the higher self, and you're only dealing with me and I'm only aware of just me down here on earth in my physical form, and it chopped off the higher self. So let's see what I got here in my notes. So but basically that's the selfish side. Instead of serving the community and lining up to nature all source, you kind of taken from the community, you kind of taken from the all. It's becoming unnatural. And just to serve, you're trying to harvest everything else. You're trying to harvest it all and fit it all into one little tiny little fraction of it all. Unnatural. You see what I'm saying? And basically, in order to do that, you gotta try. It's so unnatural, and you gotta try real hard to get everything under one control. In nature, when picking fruit from the tree, you got civilizations here, civilizations there, you know, all over here, there. You can go, like, I like the fact that I can go to Chinese community and their culture. You know, go over there, get me some Chinese food. I could go to some Caribbean food, get some, I like that variety, you know what I'm saying? And it all under natural, because nature is complex enough to be able to handle that, as long as individuals within those cultures are lined up with nature, all in source. Nature can account for all that. It's unnatural to try to have it all under one, like, individual's control, right? So how that plays out here, you have, just to run through it, right now, some people call it the elites, the 1%, the Illuminati, the New World Order, you know what I'm saying? All them groups, you know, whatever you want to call that, you know what I'm saying? They all, that little one, let's go 1 to 99%, I think is more relevant, makes sense. That 1% is trying to, like, get everything else and control it, have everything under one control. You got to do weird stuff. Like, when you're picking fruit from the tree, under that spirit, you don't have to register and be assigned social security numbers, so you can keep track of your individual self. I mean, everybody, if you serve under that selfish mentality, these are the things that you submit to. You know, now you gotta serve the accountability under that one control. You gotta you know, be accountable through your social security. Everything is breaking you down as an individual, as opposed to being part of it all. You know what I'm saying? So money, right? Let's just get cut to the chase. Money is basically how it's done, how it's controlled. And this, to me, let's run down the story for you. So, right, like the New World Order or One World Control. Quick run. We got this cat named Rhodes, and you know, he goes to Africa, the blood diamonds and everything else. This cat Rhodes, he actually made like 7 to 8 wills. You know, he had mad money. The diamond dude. You know what I'm saying? He had mad money. He made like 8 wills to try to, like, when he passes on, so his money can be used to serve building this one world control. And then on another aspect of stuff, you have the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds basically was this rich Rothschild cat. He sent his sons, one to Britain, one to like Germany, Italy. Like, he set up like 4 or 5 stations with his sons across the globe. You know what I'm saying? And what they would do is they would go to, like, back then it was kings. So all you had to do was go to the king and basically seduce him with your money power and get him to owe you, and you own the king, you own the country. You see what I'm saying? So then America came, and we had that the executive branch, the legislative branch, the judicial branch. And it was the system of checks and balances. It was kind of difficult for them to come in. Now let me jump back a half a step and go, okay, the Rhodes cat, and you know, his money and his crew, you know, his energy linked up with the Rothschild energy. In Britain, there was this organization called the Table of Just Men, And what they was trying to do was figure out, the United States was prosperous. How we can get that money and control that. Because then we go back to controlling the world, get everything under one control, right? So basically, what happens is they set up like you had the Wall Street back then, or whatever they called it back then, and there was it was more based on I would say a natural thing. It was based on, how can I say this? It was like faithful. It was like a faithful system. So they did not have like a lot of protection for people who actually wanted to sabotage and set up the whole system. So what happened was, these table around just men people, they set up, you got your more JP Morgans, you know what I'm saying, your Rockefeller, all that. JP Morgan played a big part in making that system crash. So it exposed the illusion, we need something to control the economics. We need a system to control the economics. Trying to make a long story short, that's how the Federal Reserve, basically like a 911 tactic, crash the market. We need this one thing system. Federal Reserve got put into the place. It was originally called, what was the cat's name? The Aldrich bill, if I'm not mistaken. Check that out, check history. It didn't pass. They had to actually buy the presidency. Taft didn't want to pass it, right? Howard Taft didn't want to pass it. So they had to get Woodrow Wilson in. Woodrow Wilson was not going to beat Taft by himself, so they actually paid for Theodore Roosevelt to run again, because Theodore Roosevelt was the man, you know what I'm saying? Very popular. So what he ended up doing was taking Taft, he minimized Taft's votes. Taft was going to beat Wilson, so he minimized Taft's votes, got Wilson in, and Wilson allowed for the Federal Reserve to be passed. The Federal Reserve is, if you don't know it, they control the money. Basically, they set prime rate. Prime rate determines how everybody decides interest is going to be, and they can actually cause, the Federal Reserve can say prime rate is going to be this and cause recessions, depressions, and things of that nature. They can make the market go up at their bidding, right? So if you serve, how can I say this? So we're under that system, right? And the only way we can really get any kind of value under that system is we have money, right? So if the money is controlled by the Federal Reserve, right now you control by the man. You control by man instead of, let's go back to picking fruit from the tree, right? This system is unnatural because it disconnects you from your true self, and you're only dealing with I and me. It's unnatural. However, on the other side, you know what I'm saying, where you could pick from the fruit from the tree, the community serves under that spirit, and you got that one for all and all for one. It allows for higher selves to manifest, to prosper, and that's how you're gonna reach. That's how, to me, what success is. And I just wanted to break that down for you. Success under the selfish system, you're gonna have to be selfish and eliminate your higher self. I don't want to say you're gonna have to, because God works in mysterious ways, they say, and I find that to be true. But you don't want him to have to work so hard, right? You know what I'm saying? He asked us to help him, and we need, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that, that selfish system, and get it back to where we pick fruit from the tree, let the community serve under that spirit, and then one for all for one, we'll be allowed to reach our higher selves, and that is success. And to be frank with you, you can choose that mentality now. That's what it's gonna have to take, actually, and that is success to me. Choosing it right now in the middle, where the whole wide world is under, there's one little fraction of the control. It's so totally unnatural. You'll never truly, and from an eternal, from a natural, all source aspect, you'll never reach success playing that game. True success comes when you can maintain that alignment with nature, all, and the source. Holla at ya boy. Boing.